Getting back to our tax question here, remember taxes are money to support things that everybody uses, such as roads, schools, police, and fire. And then you can have a debate about how you should use those taxes and how much you should use taxes. There are different types of taxes. There's sales, there's property, and there's income. South Dakota doesn't have an income tax. We don't pay an income tax. Rather, we pay a sales tax and property taxes. So we pay a little bit higher rates on those than maybe you would in a different state. Everyone working pays some sort of federal tax. Now, if we take a look here at our lump sum, this is where everybody pays $5,000 no matter what. Doesn't matter how much you make, you're going to make $5,000, or the first $5,000 you're going to pay for. So I want to state the domain and range that's graphed here. So my domain are my x's, remember. So I'm going to say my domain is going to be the set of x such that, now I'm going to say, can you make $0? I'm going to say no. You won't pay taxes on $0, but anything over $0, so I'm not going to include 0 here. I'm going to go from 0, and then in my graph, I'm going to go all the way up to 120,000. Now, you could actually keep on going and going, but I'm going to say, let's go all the way up to 120,000. Now, when we use a lump sum tax, everybody pays, doesn't matter what your range is, everybody pays the same amount. That is, your range is one discrete number. It's $5,000. That's all you have to do on that one. So we don't have to make a continuation. It's not even a set of points. It's just 1 point. The first $5,000 goes to taxes. Everything after $5,000 you would keep. Now if we take a look at a flat tax where everybody pays 12%, I want to do the domain and range. That's graphed. So I'm going to change this to match it up so you can see the colors. So my flat tax I'm going to do in orange. Just like with our lump sum tax, my domain is going to be the same. That is, my domain is going to be the set of x such that x is less than, whoops, try that again, messed up. So x is going to be between 0 and 120,000. So I'm going to say x is, geez, sorry about that, keep messing up there. I want to write 120,000 or 0 first, and I keep on messing that up. So 0 is less than x, which is less than or equal to 120,000. Ooh, let's go right there. I don't know why. Oh, keep on pressing the wrong one. There we go. Okay, now let's do our range. Now this time, I have more than one value for my range, don't we? Notice I start at $0, and I go pretty darn close to 15,000. Now, how do I figure that out? Well, I take 120,000, which is my domain. I'm taking 12% of that. So let's show that. So let's take now 120,000, 12% of 120,000. And let me see here. I got some other stuff open. There we go. So I'm going to take 120,000 times 12%. And notice I get 14,400. So that's what I'm going to say in my range. So I'm going to go my set of y such that 0, because once again you don't pay anything on 0, is less than y, which is less than or equal to, and what did I say, 12,400? I have terrible memory, so I'm going to go back, 14,400. So it's less than or equal to 14,400. Now let's take a look at a progressive tax. This would be a percent, so I want to do the domain and range, just like I did before. So my domain doesn't change, so I'm going to go, my domain is going to be the set of x, such that 0 is less than x, which is less than or equal to 120,000. Now, for my range for my progressive tax, it's going to be the set of y such that 0 is less than y, and it looks like I get up here to just a little less than 25,000. So I'm going to say 24,000. So it's less than or equal to 24,000. Now, I never said what the percentage was, so you're going to have to guess and check on that. Now, depending on how much income you have, will depend which system of taxes you think is the fairest. So we're going to take a look at restricting our domain. Restricting the domain means exactly what it sounds. Instead of looking at all the numbers, I'm going to look at just part of my graph. On this particular question, it says the federal poverty line is $13,590. So if you're a single person and you make less than $13,500, $900 in a year, you're considered poor. That's the poverty line. Some of you, by the time you're done with high school, will have a job, even part-time, you'll make more than that. But we'll just start there. That's what the federal government set as a poverty line for a single person. Obviously, it goes up. You have more people you have in your family. So let's take a look here. I want to restrict my domain to those below the poverty line. So I'm going to say my domain is going to be the set of x braces x such that I'm going to start from 0 and I'm going to go up to, rather than 120,000, I'm going to go up to $13,590. And there is my domain. Now, let's do the range for each one of these. My lump sum, I'm going to put in blue. So my lump sum, I'm going to pay, my range is just going to be $5,000. So y equals $5,000. And then for my flat tax, my range is also going to start at 0. I'm going to say it's going to be a range of values. So y such that I'm going to have 0 is going to be less than y. And then I want to find 12% of $13,590. So if I take, bring it back up here. So if I go $13,590, $13,590, I'm going to go up to $1,630.80. So that's going to be less than or equal $1,630.80. Kind of wrote too big there. And then, interesting, for my progressive tax, for a poverty line, you'll pay no taxes at all. In fact, sometimes you'll get a rebate under a progressive tax if you don't make much. But in this case, it's not going to be a range of values. It's going to be a discrete value, and it's going to be 0. So I'm just going to say y equals to 0. Now, let's take a look at, we got one end. Let's take a look at our tax for another endpoint. Let's take a look at making more money. So let's say you're a manager of like a Walmart or a store. And the range of values for this particular salary is you can make up to $120,000, but everybody starts at $100,000. So first off, we're going to restrict our domain. So notice I've taken the graph and I've just cut it off to just that part of my domain. So my domain for my managers is going to go from the set of x such that we'll say x or 100,000 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 120,000. And once again, I wrote too big. Sorry about that. Now let's do the range for each one of those. We'll start here with my lump sum again. So my lump sum, that's going to be pretty simple. It's just y is equal to 5,000. We only have one value. Don't have to put y if you don't want to, but I'm going to say my lump sum is 5,000. Now if we do our flat tax, I'm going to start at 100,000 from my domain. So I'm going to say y such that, well, let me see. It looks like we're starting here between 10 and 12,000, because 12% of 100,000 is 12,000. So we're going to say I'm going to go from 12,000. 12,000 less than or equal to y, which is less than or equal to, and then we're going to say of 120,000, we did that before, didn't we? I've got to find where I did it. Back way over here, my orange, and 14,400, okay? Oops, went too fast there. So I can see I'm going to go, my range is going to go up to 14,400. And now let's do our progressive tax. So I'll do my range for my progressive. I don't know why I put R there, thinking of range, but I'm going to do progressive tax. So now notice I'm starting my progressive tax. Looks like I'm starting a little bit above 15,000. So we'll go like $16,000. So I'm going to say the set of y such that y is less than or equal to 15,000. Whoa, did it again. I always want to write the variable first, but I'm going to start at 15,500, or maybe 16,000. Let's make that 16,000. So we're going to go 16,000 is less than or equal to y, which is less than or equal to, and then if I look here, almost 25,000, so I'll say 24,000, which is less than or equal to 24,000. And that's how much you would pay. Now, depending on, there's a viewpoint that, hey, if we give the people who make jobs, have them pay less taxes, then they'll create more jobs and they'll help the economy more. So in the end up, the government will get more money because we have more jobs going on. That's called supply side economics. And that's just one viewpoint. And we have other viewpoints that you work on your assignment, but that's just what we are for right now.